First-time caller line, you are on the air. Hello.
Well, hello.
Hi.
Hi. I'm just a girl from Nevada.
Just a girl from Nevada?
Who has a story.
I want to tell you a little story.
Thank you.
Very quickly. As you know, I'm in Nevada, too. I'm in Pahrump, Nevada.
Yes, I do.
Did you know that Pahrump, Nevada, as part of Nye County, has legal brothels?
Oh, yes, sir, I do.
You did know that. I think a lot of the country knows that. There are people who have fun at our expense here in Pahrump. And you know what they call young Pahrumpian women?
What would that be?
Brothel sprouts. Isn't that awful? Brothel sprouts. Oh, God, of course it's not true.
Well, that's pretty cute. Pretty cute. It's a nice way to put it, isn't it?
Anyway, hon, what's up?
Well, I've been trying to get in touch with someone just recently in the past couple of years, which included the first time Stephen Greer, then Whitley Strieber, and then actually yourself. But I seem to move right after, and I've lost contact, so nobody could actually have gotten back with me anyway. What I wanted to say was, especially since Robert Lazar just was on the other day.
Bob Lazar, yes.
Yes. Well, back in the 70s, about 76 or so, I met him.
You met Bob?
I met him while I was dealing blackjack in a small town outside. Actually, it was in Mesquite.
He is an incredible person.
Oh, yes, but I have more than just having met him. We have a long version, we have a short version, we have an exciting one, or I could just tell you the facts. Let's go. You tell me as we go, okay?
You pick the one you like and go.
I've never done this before, so let's just go for it.
That's all right.
Okay, well, you asked me the questions, but don't make sense. But it was like 1976 or so, and I was dealing blackjack in a little place in Mesquite, and you get to know everybody there in a small town. Of course, I'm from Pennsylvania. It's the first time I've ever done anything like dealing a blackjack in Mesquite.
Okay, well, let's get to the Bob Lazar part.
Well, there I was doing it, and I knew he wasn't from there, and I said, hey, what are you passing through? He says, no, I work down the road. I said, well, gee, the chicken ranch? He says, that's the only thing out there. Yeah. He says, no. He says, there's a base out there I work on. And I said, oh, you mean you're with Nellis? He says, well, no, not really. It's sort of a private base.
Now, this is very interesting because it validates to some degree Bob Lazar's story. As you know, a lot of people cast aspersions on the story that he ever worked out there, and they expunged all records, virtually making him into a non-person. So if he actually told you that offhand,
yes,
that's kind of some interesting corroboration for what he said.
I have a whole lot more, sir.
I'll keep going.
Okay, so I have been afraid to talk about this because I knew he was a non-person, and my family encouraged me not to. And this has been a very long time, and I just can't take it anymore.
Keep going.
Mr. Lazar said, I work out there. I said, well, what do you do? And he says, I'm a rocket scientist. I said, yeah, and I've been visited by aliens. He says, no, I really am.
Yes.
I said, well, no, I really have, which led us into my belief, the fact that I believed in ships, in aliens, and felt I had been contacted throughout my life myself.
Yes.
Therefore, he proceeded. He said he could show me real ships and that they were working on recreating models that they had. I said, yeah, right. I said, prove it. What time you get off? 11. Okay. He and I then proceeded hours out somewhere from Mesquite, and I really wasn't sure where I was. It was very dark. I thought I went to the left side of the road, which would have been the south, where the Nellis Air Force Base. In my mind.
Do you normally get in cars and go to remote locations with people who say they've seen alien craft? Just a question.
Well, Mr. Lazar seemed so unviolent and unoffensive and all those words that most men are.
Yeah, he is very unaffected, yes.
That I took him to be exactly at his word.
I mean, telling a good-looking lady, a blackjack dealer, a story like this,
and it
ranks right up there beyond what's your sign, that's for sure.
I'm sorry, but I have been...
So he took you out into the middle of, no doubt, Area 51 or near it or something.
We got further, sir.
Did you get near S4?
I saw signs with that. I saw they're going to shoot you if you go any further. I remember seeing the black mailbox that you turned at.
Oh, yes.
We proceeded up to a mountain, and we went up there, and he had me walking way up there, and we'd already been gone a long time, and I looked over it, and he goes, there it is, there's Groom Lake. Well, I'm looking for a lake.
Yeah.
I don't see a lake, but I see buildings, and they're like way far off, and we're not even there yet.
Uh-huh.
We get back into his car,
Yes.
and we start to proceed. As we do so, when I missed, like, the mailbox turns and all that, I don't remember, and we did stop at the Alien Inn on the way in. But anyway, we get up there, and as we go to leave down the mountain to go further, he says, you want to go further? I said, yes. They stopped us with these, like, light green or yellow blazers.
Uh-huh.
And security came up to Robert, the car, and I was hiding in the back under something, and he knew who he was. So he let us proceed.
Bob Lazar was recognized and allowed to proceed.
Yes, sir. I was really scared then because...
Would you like to give us your first name?
It's true, so I think it would be good if I did.
Just give me your first name.
Paulette.
Paulette, all right. That really is your name?
That really is my name.
All right, Paulette, because I'm going to be asking Bob about this.
That's what I want.
Okay.
That's
all right.
what I want
all right.
out of this whole conversation.
All right, Paulette, let's keep going. He was allowed to proceed. You were hiding in the back of the car. Then what?
Yes. And I thought this was all, like, silly until that moment. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And then I was scared. I thought, oh, my gosh, I'm hiding in the back, and we are now. You know, these guys are serious, okay? And they were scared.
Oh, they are serious.
So we proceeded up to, turned right into, and I saw this long field. And on the left side was a large hangar with a couple large doors and a small door to walk into. And at the end of the field, which I'm still looking for a lake, it's not a lake, it's some kind of landing strip.
Yeah.
At the end of it is some kind of tower I could see. And we stopped the car, and we entered into the building of the hangar where the ships were.
You got in that building?
Yes, sir.
And you saw the ships?
Yes.
Describe to me and everybody what you saw, please.
Okay. Well, it was kind of dark in there because he just turned on the lights up towards the front.
Gotcha.
But as we walked in, I remember a little ha-ha because they had those, like, people movers, those velvet things and the gold poles that they have where movie theaters are.
Right.
And I laughed. I thought, yeah, this is going to get people away from here, ha, you know. Anyway, there was a cigarette-shaped one, a cigar-shaped one first. Then in the middle was a little round kind of a teardrop-looking thing, like a little helicopter without its top. And the third one is the one that I actually saw more of and entered into.
You entered this craft?
Yes. The third one was made of sort of, it looked like wings of a butterfly that you could look through. It had like little veins going through it, and I remember it to be a yellow.
Okay.
I remember seeing hieroglyphic-type markings. It was very small. I'm 5'2", and I had to bend over and crawl in.
So it was obviously meant for small beings.
Yes, sir.
Of some sort. All right.
What clicked my memory on this, which I have to remember that after this all happened, I had no memory of this till about 12 years ago. And when I heard a report on TV in Vegas that talked about someone talking about a sports model.
Right.
I remember the third ship, and I thought to myself when I saw it, he said, this is our sports model. And in fact, when I wrote my letter to somebody, I wrote that he said, this is our compact model. But I think the word was sport. And I thought to myself, that's the economy model. Then I thought, no, that's not the economy model, because you don't need fuel in space because everything works in wheels within wheels in reverse gravity. So
he got you in and he got you out.
No, wait. They let us out. He was caught just like I was. He's got to remember this. He's got to.
Well, I'm sure he will. How did the two of you get caught? And what were you doing when you got caught?
Well, I was in the little ship looking around, goofing around, and he was kind of just down, I don't know, down where we walked in before we walked into the ship area.
Yes.
And there was like a little, there was a hall, and then there was that cage look like they used to have on Taxi where that fat guy sat in.
Yes.
And right next to it there was a hallway, and right next to it was a large plate window. I went over to the plate window, and I remember seeing some type of alien body of some type or something.
Oh, my God.
Now,
you see, Bob has never admitted to having seen either bodies or aliens at all.
Now, this is part of my memory that I would like clearer, sir, because I have been. What happened is they did something to my memory. I don't have all the details.
Well, what keyed bringing all this back? I mean, you just suddenly...
hearing things.
Just hearing another... Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Bob Lazar's interview.
Hearing the sports model and so forth. That was like keyed it off. That's when it began.
Off.
All right, gotcha.
So let me say this. I will not swear that at that point I saw a body there, but this is the images that came from my thoughts of that time. So I'm not going to swear at that moment.
All right, what do you know about after you were caught? I mean,
Okay, that's what I mean. At that point, they zapped us or something, and I remember being...
Us? You mean they zapped Bob as well?
Yes. They took both of us, and we were taken through this area where that's where I remember the aliens working on these little, like they were all working on carburetors or something, you know what I mean? They were all working on something. And they all looked alike, and they were all in a row, and they were all doing the same thing. And as they took our bodies through to this back room, we went up, and all of a sudden, I mean, there's time that I don't remember, of course.
All right, but
I woke up, Bob Lazar, myself, and two other couples were connected to a machine with electrodes on it, standing in front of a military man, which was standing in front of a large glass window, and he had a desk. And I said to him, please, I said, let us go. We won't say anything. And we were nude. And I remember looking over at Bob Lazar. And I remember thinking, oh, my God, this is so embarrassing, you know. And then I thought, well, he don't look so good himself, so I guess I don't have to feel that bad.
Oh, my God.
I know, I'm sorry.
Do you swear all of this is true?
I swear to God. The only thing I'm not sure of because of my other times I was taken, I'm not positive of the bodies, but I know of everything else.
All right. That's fair. I mean, you're clear on that. All right. Here's what I want you to do, Paulette. I want you to contact me privately. I have email at artbell@mindspring.com. Artbell@mindspring.com.
Okay.
And provide me with a phone number, which I will not give out. I promise you to anybody else. And I want to talk to you, and I want to talk to Bob, and I want to follow up on this story. All right?
You know how happy that would make me because it's something I've wondered about myself all these years too.
Paulette, you do it. I'll do it. Thank you. Thank you very much. You get me the information. I will follow up, and then I'll follow up for all of you. Oh, you never know.